Hi, this is Marty from Blue Lightning TV. I'm going to show you how to recreate the look of classic retro illustrations like the ones in action-adventure movie posters from the 1980s. Before we begin, if you're not already a subscriber to my channel, click the subscribe button at the lower right corner or the link in my video's description. Download a sharp close-up photo of someone that you'd like to use for this project. I downloaded this one from Shutterstock. The result will look best if your subject has a good deal of contrast and character in the face. The background should be relatively simple. For your convenience, I provided this paper texture for you to use in your illustration. Its link is located in my video's description below or the project files. Open your subject. We're going to place it onto the paper texture document. First, make sure your Move tool is active. If it isn't, press V on your keyboard. Drag your subject onto the tab of the paper texture, and without releasing your mouse or pen, drag it down and release. To resize and reposition it, press Ctrl or Command T to open your Transform tool. Go to a corner, and when you see a diagonal double arrow, press and hold Alt or Option plus Shift as you drag it in or out. To reposition it, just go inside the Transform's bounding box and drag your image. To accept its size and position, press Enter or Return twice. To ensure that the photo is sized to the dimensions of the paper texture, press Ctrl or Command A to select the visible area of our document and go to Image and Crop. Deselect it by pressing Ctrl or Command D. We'll convert our photo into a smart object so we can modify it non-destructively. To do this, click the icon at the upper right of the Layers panel and click Convert to Smart Object. Click off the Lock icon next to the paper texture to unlock it and drag the photo below the texture. Temporarily hide the texture and go to Filter, Sharpen, and Unsharp Mask. I'll make the amount 150%, the radius 3 pixels, and the threshold 0. However, since each photo has its own inherent sharpness, feel free to adjust these amounts. Remember, you can always adjust them later since we're applying the filter to a smart object. Convert this image into a smart object as well. Then go to Filter, Stylize, and Oil Paint. You can see the oil paint effect in the preview window. If you want to make the preview bigger or smaller, click the plus or minus magnifier icons. Make the brush stylization 2 and all the other settings 10. The lighting angle is 121 degrees and the shine is 0.2. Make a copy of the layer by pressing Ctrl or Command J. Open your Channels panel. If you don't see it, go to Window and Channels. Control-click or Command-click the RGB channel to make a selection of all its tonal values. Open back the Layers panel and click the Layer Mask icon to make a layer mask next to the copy of our subject. Click the layer to make it active and change its blend mode to Hard Light. This gives our image more contrast and brightens the colors. We'll combine these two layers into one smart object by shift-clicking Layer 1 to make it active as well and clicking Convert to Smart Object. Go to Filter and Filter Gallery. Open the Artistic folder and click Poster Edges. Make the edge thickness 10, the edge intensity 0, and the posterization 6. This adds thickness and depth to the strokes. Next, we'll add stippled airbrush texture to the image. Make a new layer. We'll fill it with 50% gray by pressing Shift plus the F5 key at the top of your keyboard, or you can go to Edit and Fill. Open the Contents list and click 50% gray. Go to Filter, Noise, and add noise. Make the amount 50%, Gaussian, and monochromatic. Change the blend mode to overlay and reduce its opacity to 80%. Make the paper texture visible and active and change its blend mode to overlay. This is Marty from Blue Lightning TV. Thanks for watching.